not going to cooperate. If you go fast and chase them around the tank, you're not going to catch one. That's a fast bait. So throw them in your hand. The best way to grab them is right behind the eyeballs, right on their gill plate. It's like a little indentation, so you can kind of grab a hold of them. If you grab them in the body, 9 times out of 10 they're going to flip out of your hand, okay? So grab behind the gills, and you want to be quick with it. So you want to go through the bottom jaw, through the tip of the nose, just like that, okay? You want to be centered through the tip of his nose. You don't want to be kind of off to one side, because if you're off to one side, he's going to swim that way. So you get him on the hook, you got your weight on, hang over the side. Very important, you don't drop down until the captain says drop him down. So you hold your bait in the water, keep him alive, hold the foot underneath the water. You just say drop him, okay? Once he says drop him, put your thumb on the spool, put the reel in free spool, then release some pressure off your thumb, and it should start free falling all the way to the bottom, okay?
Always keep pressure on your thumb.
Always, your thumb acts as a brake. So if you don't have your thumb on that spool and it starts going down, then it hits bottom, it's going to have nothing to stop it, and you get what you call a backlash, okay? Don't want that, it's a big knot. So once you drop it down until you feel a thud. Once you feel bottom, it's going to stop. You're going to feel a thud in your rod. Once you feel bottom, put it in gear and just work your rod up and down, nice and slow. Okay, this is when we're striper fishing. Halibut fishing is a little different. So when we're striper fishing, you always want to have it in your hand, because every time you feel bottom, you're going to want to reel up. So once we hit bottom, you want to give it one crank up and work your gear up and down, nice and slow. Okay, you don't want to go too fast. You don't want to jig it. You just want to keep it tension in your line. So when you do get a fish, there's always tension in the line, and you're going to feel it bite. With the stripers, they hit it and they're committed. Okay, as soon as you feel it bite, they're more likely going to be hooked. You're going to feel them pulling on your rod. You're going to feel them pulling out drag.
There you go.
Just like that, guys.
You're on the right boat.
There's somebody under there.
Bro. We got to do the cage all night.
So if you do that, you guys will catch a fish. You gotta be a little bigger though. But anyway, so when you get a bass, they're gonna bite just like that. They're gonna take it.
Hey, you got us believing. That was not a fish story.
You want to keep your left hand in front of that rod. You put the rod butt underneath your shoulder. And you just want to reel, nice and gentle. You don't want to set the hook on these fish, because if you set the hook, you're gonna pull it right out of his mouth.
Ocean is my church.
You're already hooked.
I'm at peace when I'm on the 7 seas. Might be brief, but it just feels so heavenly. I don't worry, cause everything will be just fine. Ain't no hurry. When I got fishing on my mind, I'm in love with the ocean and its friends. Never bluff when I say I'm going in, nothing like it. Know where I would rather be. You're invited to come to church anytime with me. You don't need a fancy watch, fancy dress, fancy suit. You can come to church wearing rubber boots. Ain't nobody out here judging how you walk, how you talk. Only judging going on is the size of the fish you caught. It's a happiness that can't be bought, can't be sold. The ocean is for those of the young and those of the old. Stories being told, being made, being shared. The ocean is my church. Everybody join in prayer. The ocean is my church,
Where I go to find freedom. The ocean is my church. Daily problems I need them. The ocean is my church. I pray for love so I receive them. The ocean is my church. Lord knows I need them. That's why the ocean is my church. Where I go to find freedom. The ocean is my church. Daily problems I need them. The ocean is my church. I pray for love so I receive them. The ocean is my church. Lord knows that I need them. That's why the ocean is my church.
Got my bait too.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, they're
Cool.
That one's his? He's got some special stuff
So
on
he's
there,
got
huh?
his, and there's some from the other side that's on ours. Right? No.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the special stuff.
It's like a crappie.
Yeah.
That's like a flat though, didn't it?
Oh yeah, strong. I could barely
Yeah, it
hold
would.
it. He said put
I
it
pulled
over
it
farther.
right now.
Yeah, he said put it over farther. My arm was shaking.
Skip school and go catch those fuckers.
On the swim bait.
Nah, switch.
No, not the bird. Bird's on the other side.
Come on back, Luke.
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna guide it right to the neck hook, okay? Real. Rod tip up.
It's a shark. It's a shark.
Oh, man.
Got a shark.